Hi, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Hollis Bailey, and I just opened this group on Facebook called Surrender to Remember. It is a free group, and it will stay that way. But I am here to invite you to continue the work we started in December in a portal, which is going to be private. So it's going to be called Surrender to Remember Portal. And this is going to be a monthly mentoring program led by me, and then you'll get support by my whole team of practitioners. It's a very, very affordable cost, which I'll get into a little bit later. But essentially, it's going to be a monthly mentorship program. We're going to have different themes every month, and you're going to get a whole huge bank of content and value as a member. So I'll be continuing on in the Surrender to Remember Facebook group that's public and growing that community and giving my offerings. However, you won't have as much access to my team. They'll be active and giving their offerings inside the portal. And so, yeah, just to give you a little bit of a lay of the land, this is a very new creation. And so it's going to be developed and refined over time, of course, but I am going to begin January 2021. The theme of January 2021 is going to be coming home to your body. So with each month, you're going to get a set of offerings to deal with that theme. So just to give you a little bit of an idea of that's going to look like, I'll be releasing a webinar. I'm going to be doing a live webinar the first week of the month on the theme. And it'll be live, so you can attend live or you can watch the replay at any time. But I will give you a chance to ask a few questions at the end, but we won't go into too much coaching. It'll just be like questions for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. On the third week of the month, I'm going to have a 1 hour, possibly 90 minutes, depending on how many people attend, live coaching call. And that is just for coaching. That's just to bring your questions to. So the first week of the month, you'll be getting the webinar. And then I'm going to be giving you journal prompts and suggestions, really detailed suggestions in regards to how to work with that content. So you can rewatch it. You can get into it as much as you want. This is totally at your own pace. No requirements, no tests. I'm not going to keep you accountable. You won't get kicked out if you don't do the journal prompts. It's totally for your own self-responsibility and claiming your spiritual growth and evolution. So and the third week is going to be me coming on live and giving you an hour to ask questions and just get coaching in regards to the theme and kind of what's going on for you and what's coming up as those journal prompts are happening. So Jessica, our community medium and channel, she will be coming on for an hour sometime after I give that webinar. Probably I'm thinking the second week that I'll have her come on. So you can also bring your questions to her. So the first week you'll get the webinar, you'll have a chance to do some journaling and processing, and then she'll come on and she's going to do like a kind of like we did in this free virtual soul retreat, where she's going to do a little bit of a collective channel, and then you'll have chance to ask her questions one-on-one. But in as the part of the community, then I'll do the live coaching call. And then the extra content is just going to be completely up to you of how you use that. I will be giving a really detailed PDF of how I suggest using these tools to help you integrate what comes up as part of my webinar and the theme. But you will be receiving astrology forecast from Andrea Walker, our community astrologist, on the full moon and the new moon. You'll be getting 2 60-minute yoga classes, and this is all going to be restorative yoga focused on the parts of your body that really have to deal with the themes. So as I move through 2021, I'm going to be moving kind of through the chakra systems. The themes are kind of based on getting a foundation at our root and moving our way up all the way until we get to December. And we're really going to be working on like quantum jumping and astral travel and dream work. So it's going to be grounding, a lot of grounding in our root and our sacral chakra the first couple of months. And then we're going to be starting to getting into more kind of like mystical, Yeah, mystical things as we move our way up. But also very practical. We're going to have a month on relationships, and we're going to talk about pleasure and joy and how to feel that in the body. And there's you can look on the sales page and see the details of all the themes, but that's just kind of to give you a lay of the land. Um, so our community, you'll have access to each other and me at times. I'm probably not going to be able to answer questions every single day, but we're going to be in community together in a private Facebook group if you're a paid member, if you're part of the portal. So you can have conversations with each other and start to ask questions with each other. I can guarantee there will be similar themes that come up as you start to journal and you start to process and integrate what the topic is for you. So that's going to be access to each other, and I'll be popping in there for sure. But like I said, it's just impossible to answer every single question every day. I will not be doing one-on-one coaching. That's just not a part of I just can't do that with my baby and with my other businesses. This is a very affordable program that's access to me and my entire team. I will have other coaches that you can have access to if you want to pay for one-on-one coaching, if you want to go deeper. And I'm happy to consult with you in terms of how I would recommend using a one-on-one coach. But for me doing one-on-one coaching, it's just I just don't want to go there right now with my schedule and with my baby. This feels much more in alignment and with me and where I'm at and handling my other businesses. But this is something that is just such a passion project, and I'm going to get into more detail as to what this project is actually going to fund long term. So, in terms of one-on-one coaching, there's going to be a lot of practitioners doing offerings in the group, and you can always hire them as an addition to this membership group. But that's how you're going to get support from me is the webinar in the beginning, the coaching call, and then just questions as much as I can keep up with those as the month goes on. Um, Okay, so I already have 2021 laid out in terms of the monthly themes. I Going into 2022 and doing the themes for that year, it's just too far out. I'm going to be able to do that as we get closer to 2022, but this is something that is going to continue on for at least the next 2 years, and my vision is really big for this. And so I plan to do this ongoing for years and years and years and years and years. So of course it will evolve and shift and things like that. But just to give you a lay of the land and a little bit more of the long-term vision for this portal. Okay, let's talk about options for memberships. So there's going to be a monthly membership option. It's $33 right now. It's so affordable. If you right now, of course, we're just beginning in January, so you will have access as a $33 a month member to every month that you pay for. If you discontinue your membership and then start again, it will only give you access to 60 days, and that's primarily because of how the system works. And so people don't get in on like the 6 month, and if I gave them access to the whole previous 6 months, they could just download that and then discontinue their membership. So basically that's how it's going to work. If you keep your membership active, you'll have access to every month you pay for. If you do discontinue that monthly membership and then jump back in, you'll just have access to the previous month and the month that you are in from there on out. There's an annual membership, which is $333 right now. So essentially, you get 2 free months if you come in right now with the annual membership, and you'll have access to the full year ahead. And then you're also going to be receiving discounts and first priority to any retreats or workshops that come up. Luca, stop that! My dog's chewing a bone. Um, Thank you, Luca. And so you're going to have priority and discounts to any retreats, in-person retreats that I'm going to be hosting here in Baja. There will be at least 2, if not 3 or 4 in 2021. And you'll have first priority to that and discounts. And that's what you get with the yearly membership. And then there is an option to do a lifetime membership right now. It's going to be launched at $555. This is going to be, quite honestly, a huge, huge support to me in getting this project started. So, this is for those of you who see the long term vision and who feel really in alignment with committing yourself to becoming very self responsible and sovereign and um, you know, what well, yeah, self-responsible and sovereign in your own spiritual evolution. This isn't going to go away. Of course, you don't have to commit yourself to doing it full blast every month, but I can guarantee there will be certain months where either you have more time or the topic is just really, really potent and pertinent for you that you'll probably want to be putting more time into it. So I know looking ahead, thinking like, committing to this 2 or 3 years down the road seems like a big commitment, but quite honestly, the price is super affordable. And I'm offering this right now. I'm not sure that I'm going to be offering it in the future, what price that'll be at, but at a really decent price point. I mean, it's $555. And essentially, for as long as this continues, whether it be 3, 4, 10 years, you'll have access to the monthly membership portal forever for that one price. You're also going to be getting first priority and a small discount to the retreats I'm going to be offering this year. And I hope to have an online store up and going by April. So any lifetime members will have a lifetime 10% discount code to use in any store items. So that's what I've got in place right now. I'm so excited to be offering something that is just so much more affordable and also collaborative and in community. It's a group coaching is a really beautiful thing. If you've been attending some of the soul retreat activities, you'll probably see why, or if you're part of any other membership groups or group coaching, you already know. But really, when someone else asks a question, it almost always you can get pieces that pertain to you, so you get like a much wider picture than just working one-on-one with a coach. It's how I continue on with my coaching. I'm a part of many, many monthly memberships, or I do group coaching in like smaller programs, like 6-week programs. And I really find a lot more value out of that personally right now than working one-on-one with a coach. When something comes up for you and you feel like going deeper, one-on-one coaching is tremendous. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. But this is just feeling a lot more in alignment with where I'm at in terms of what I can offer right now, being that I do have other businesses, and also just with what's coming up for me, what I feel like sharing, where the world is going. This stuff has to come out of me, and in this format, it feels in alignment with me. So I want to talk about just a little bit about long term, where this project is going to be funding. Like I mentioned, I have a couple of other businesses. I do okay in those, but this is the beginning stages of funding something much larger that will hopefully be the wheels will be turning on this, the foundation being laid over, I want to say by the end of 2022. And that is, I'm looking at land here in Baja, um, ideally a really large piece of land. And I'm going to put a retreat center there, and it's going to be eventually community living, very conscious community, self-sufficient, where we have gardening and we have kind of commune style living is what I get the vision for. We'll have retreats happening there, lots and lots of workshops, lots of opportunity for people to come in from the local community and then an international community to come in for, something as small as a 1-day workshop to a 3-weekend long workshop, up to like a 2-month coaching facilitator training, or just a deeper dive into your healing journey in general. I haven't talked much about it yet, but I work really closely with psychedelic plant medicine. And I don't facilitate them yet. I have a really amazing man I work with here in the Baja who actually administers the medicine. But in terms of helping people get ready to do that ceremony and then facilitating their integration afterwards, that is really important to me. And that's something I know how to do. And that's what the retreats are going to be about. So being a part of this community, if that is of interest to you, of course, that's not going to be everything. It's not a requirement. Psychedelics are not for everyone, and they certainly aren't something that, um, I've worked with enough of the medicines that when your time is up with that medicine. My belief is that they come into your life for a reason. You work with it until you get the change, until you get the results, until you start to be able to access those higher levels of consciousness that psychedelics give you access to without the medicine. So this long-term vision, I definitely have that in my mind as being a place, this piece of land as being a place where people can come and have access to that, to help them raise their consciousness and develop their spirituality and evolution in that in certain ways. Um, Anything else I want to, yeah, so that's my long-term vision, just to give you an idea of what this program will um, be funding long term. So I plan to grow this community and this portal on a very large scale. And yeah, so, with that, I invite you to consider continuing on with this work together in 2021, becoming a part of my portal. The sales page is up. You can decide on your membership. You don't, no pressure at all. You can stay a part of the free Facebook group that we've been doing the retreat in. Like I said, I'm still going to be popping in there probably once a week and offering small offerings. But in terms of having access to this deeper dive with me and my team of practitioners, that's where it's going to be moving over to in 2021. I would be honored and delighted to continue our work together. And I'm just so excited to be launching this in such a potent time that, and I'm just really honored and excited about more of the people who are starting to get turned on to really going inside themselves and doing this work and raising their vibration, and in turn raising the vibration for the collective consciousness. So thank you so much. Have an amazing rest of your day. Please contact me by getting a hold of me wherever you've found this video, whether it's on a sales page or in an email. If you have any questions, you can contact me through my website, Hollis Bailey, HOLLISBALEY.com. And I look forward to being in community with you in the coming days.